Hey guys, it's Joe Blue back again with another video. We're going to look at this guy's channel by the name of Gaming Merchant. This guy's got nearly 1 million subscribers. This one's going to be slightly different to the standard videos that I do, still exposing cheaters of course, but this one's a little bit different. I'm going to watch some of this guy's video. I'm going to try and flick through. I don't want to watch his entire video.
Cheaters in the finals are getting out of hand. He's level 99, dude. He's got the cheating cape. What? No! And in fact, today I set out on a mission to try and stop them by any means necessary. Oi, stop it! Okay, I got you. Don't worry.
Important to note, by any means necessary.
Got you. Don't worry. I got you. Sorry, I got you. Sorry, I let go. I let go of the button. Sorry, mate. It all started when I realized somebody on my team had some incredible aim. Wait, what? Well, that's a...
Hey man, it almost looks like Zipdy.
straight up aimbot on this dude. I spectated
I agree.
him a little to see just what was up and to
So we're pretty sure if he saw Zipdy's finals clips, he'd also agree it was aimbot.
confirm my suspicions. Oh yeah, look at this dude. Oh my.
Oh, it looks almost like Zipdy as well. You know, when he was shooting at the dude in the air at long distance and he was dropping down, where he's just locked onto the target. Also looks like the other dude, Acerized, as well, when he was shooting at people at the distance. Same as
God.
that. There we go. And you saw like Acerized doing similar things to this.
If this is what this guy's doing. Jeez. It's really bad though. With it confirmed, this...
I mean, he says that's aimbot. People go, oh, but he lost tracking there when he was moving, but you could still see it was like locking into like a pocket of where the person was.
This guy was a very silly man. It was now time to stop him from ruining everyone's match any further.
Look, tracking him through the bushes. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? So he basically, Borgapollet, that's the cheater's name, and he's basically going to do everything he can in his power to basically troll his teammate. We don't need to see this. I don't think this is important. So he's trolling his teammate to make sure that he doesn't get a decent game.
No idea. This is only where the cheating story started.
He
Because
reports
the
him.
very next game, I had the same guy on the enemy team, and...
So right, he's on the enemy team, and he's got this other suspect name potential cheater
the
here.
suspiciously named player on my team. HG1LS6T
Let's bear in mind
5R7FT. No, and we got Borgapollet on the other team as well. Ah, dude, it's a rip out of the gate. We have to stop him. We have to, at all costs.
Did you see it, guys? Did you see it?
My teammate later. For now, I'd have to do everything in my power to stop that past cheater.
I mean, I noticed it straight away, but
other people's day. Where is
I'll come
dude?
back to it. Let's just
Come
have a
on,
look at
Mr.
this guy's aim
Borgapollet.
now.
Borga. I don't know what I'm saying though. It sounds like a different language, and I'm really worried it's a bit rude.
Pretty good tracking, wouldn't you say?
You're going for the res, are ya?
Oh, looks a bit snappy. And then he teabags him, you know. And he's basically just seemingly targeting the cheater.
Destroy every cheater in this game. How dare you ruin everyone else's fun, you silly billies. You ultimate silly billies. He's back, boys, he's back. I won't let him get away with it, not again. Come with there, Mr. Borgapollet. Let's go, buddy. Let's do it. How hard do they have to try? Come on. Come on, boys. Yeah, aimbot's not good enough. Come on now, sir. Turret is doing
Even seems to lock on pretty well to turrets.
more damage than you are. Right, now Mr. Borgapollet is green.
Think he's just that good?
Oi!
I mean, how do you compete with a confirmed cheater? We know that he's cheating. We've seen. I agree he's cheating. You've seen it, the footage. So you probably also agree that he's a cheater as well.
My buddy, come on, man.
How do you compete with the cheater? Pretty locked on, pretty tight there.
What, you're gonna
Do you
keep
think-
cheating, are
Do you think the gaming merchant might be using cheats as well?
you?
I mean, he may just be targeting the cheater. You know, he's still using cheats himself.
Oh dear. Naughty! Ah, Mr. Borgapollet, but we have another problem. Look at my teammate. Alright, look, let me eliminate...
So now he's going to change targets to trolling his other teammate who's also cheating. We will look through this later on, but as I pointed out earlier, whether or not you caught it or not. So it comes to this part here, right? He knows that the enemy's on the other team. Check the colours of the team. We got orange, magenta, red, right?
No, and we got Borga Polat on the other team as well.
As soon as he knows, as soon as he recognizes there's a cheater on the other team, he goes into his
Dude, it's a rip
settings
out of the gate.
and he changes the colorblind mode.
Dude, it's a rip out of the gate.
And it changes, you know, the colours of certain things. Does it potentially change the colours of the outlines of the players?
You have to, at all costs. We'd have to.
And of course, it potentially may change the team colours as well. It hasn't changed them to make them less alike. You've got dark brown, almost orange, orange, reddish orange. All of these are very orange shade. It would be very difficult to distinguish these in a game. I know there's an issue in the finals with team colours looking the same as others. Like you have like a purple shades that basically look almost identical to each other. You can't, in the heat of battle, distinguish team from team. So he's not changed the colorblind to make it more distinct between the team colors. So why has he changed the colorblind setting?
The way that this aimbot is working is that it's locking onto a specific color of the person. So any video game that has you looking at a certain color, it will just lock onto that.
Blue? Okay, good.
If I'm not mistaken, you just put on a colorblind filter, right?
Yeah.
Like if somebody's colorblind, it changes the way that the characters look for them.
Yeah.
And so that's what's being exploited right now to use this hack on the actual game.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro! I'm just holding shift and look what's happening. That is so broken. Oh my.
You can change like the settings in the menu and make it legit. You can change this to like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Try it out now. It looks a lot more like legit.
Whoa! It looks like real. It looks like a human being that is really good at aiming. And yeah, it is a little bit slower behind them. It does miss some, but
oh, but he misses shots. He can't be using an aimbot because he's missing shots.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Now that looks legit. Oh my god, nobody can even tell if you're cheating or not.
If you remember, anybody who was paying attention in the forums when Reshade removed, a whole bunch of people going, oh, but I'm colorblind. Can't you please add colorblind filters to the game then? We were using Reshade for colorblind filters so us colorblind people can play the game properly. They were using this aimbot and they wanted a colorblind filter so they could carry on using their aimbot in Hunt Showdown. So we know that this guy swapped his colorblind filter. And let's just watch some of these clips again with this new information that he's potentially using this ChatGPT aimbot. I mean, the erratic movement yet still staying firmly in the pocket of the player.
It will be my sole mission to destroy every cheater in this game.
So, you know, but how are you going to destroy every cheater in the game unless you're cheating yourself, man? He says he's having trouble with this decent player who's actually killing him, but he's letting him killing him. He's not killing. He's only killing the people he knows is cheating. So you can say, okay, he's not ruining legitimate players' games. He's not being a dick with his cheats.
Who was so dead? Yeah, the actual decent player is what I'm struggling with. Look at him. Come on, Borga.
So you locked onto him. Like, come on, this is the same bot. It's clearly game bot.
Come on now. Look at him.
Look, he locked onto him then. You see that?
That's a turret. Ah! Oh, it's the real player. It's the good guy.
It's the real player. It's the good guy.
Oh, we're so dead, bro. We're so dead. Yeah.
See, he just did those few shots at the end there, knowing that it wouldn't be enough to kill him. He's already in a deficit, basically. He's going to lose. So he's only doing that to try and appear legitimate. But he was basically not attacking the other player because he presumes that they're not cheating. So he's not using his cheats against legitimate players. He's trying to look like he's fighting against it to try and hide that he's not cheating in a bad kind of way.
The actual decent player is what I'm struggling with.
You mean the actually legit player that's the code word. We don't really need to watch any more of this. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this guy's using the colorblind filter aimbot. Now, I can't just give the guy a pass, you know what I'm saying, just because he's using cheats against other cheaters. It's not acceptable. It's not good. This is a person who who either doesn't care or doesn't understand the real battle, the real fight that's going on.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from.
Right? Got to understand that, like, there is a war going on out here. There's a legitimate war that's happening here. Forces of good versus evil. People think, oh, this gaming shit, it's just gaming. It's not important. It doesn't matter. It's wrong. You couldn't be any further from the truth. It's just another battlefield. It's just, there are many battlefields happening. There's spiritual warfare in this earthly realm. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this guy's a crazy conspiracy theorist. It's just a fact. You're either awake or you're one of them, innit? You're on the other side, innit, bruv? You're on the other side.
It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period.
You got to understand what's at stake here. It's freedom. It's player agency, agency of self. The two things that are threatening agency of self within the gaming field are cheaters and skill-based matchmaking, giving us our wins and giving us our losses. We have no agency of self. We're just watching a screen and everything is meticulously predetermined before we even play. We're not even playing the game. It's an illusion. And cheaters, they're a part of that mix because their wins aren't legitimate. Your losses aren't legitimate. Anything, if a cheater just decides to let you win, they're letting you win. Your actions have no consequence. Neither do the cheaters. Everything becomes meaningless. Agency of self means nothing, but it also, there's a long-term fight going on here. There's the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, right? You want to create a problem. The problem is cheating. What's the solution to cheating? Well, it will be very invasive measures to ensure that people aren't cheating. But then there's also potentially a transhumanist agenda. The reason why I have to go against the gaming merchant here is because he's using cheats to go against cheaters. I could understand, he thinks he's Batman, right? He wants to be Frank Castle, he's the Punisher, right? And it's like, yeah, you can sort of agree, you can understand to a certain degree to have that Frank Castle mentality of paying these cheaters no mercy, right? You can understand it to a degree, but you got to understand, if Batman or the Punisher had an IRL Twitch stream streaming their vigilantism for content, it would kind of diminish what they were doing. It would seem illegitimate. It wouldn't seem real. Like if this guy wants to set up a counter-cheating computer on another network on a virtual machine, and he's in his own personal time, has a vendetta to go against as many cheaters as he can to infiltrate Discord servers, find the names of cheaters, what games they're playing, try and get into their games, like get their IP addresses, match into their games, make their lives a misery. You know what I mean? Like doing what cheaters do, except doing it to them, like infiltrating and just making their lives a misery. Right, and doing it in your own personal time, your own vendetta. Like, no one can stop you, that's fine. But as soon as you start making content, he's cheating the cheaters with cheats and using it for content, man. He's profiting off of it. He's profiting off of cheating. People go, oh, but you've got a YouTube video, you're exposing cheaters, aren't you doing the same thing? My channel isn't monetized. I have no intention of making money out of this thing. I'm here to expose the cheating. And it doesn't he's not part of the solution. This guy's part of the problem. The outcome is to reduce cheating or outright remove cheating from gaming altogether. He is just adding to the problem because he's making content off of it. He's profiting off of the cheating. His livelihood is dependent to some degree on cheating, and him cheating as the primary means of getting that content because he's viewing it or exposing it to the world in this form. People can clearly understand that this guy's cheating as well. To be able to do this, they probably know, reading between the lines, as I've read between the lines, this guy's cheating. So he's potentially inspiring other people to also use cheats to cheat the cheaters. And if they're all using cheats to cheat the cheaters, then everybody's using cheats. And you haven't solved the problem. You've actually facilitating the end result. And the end result, step by step, closer to becoming part of the Borg collective. You've got to understand that there's potentially a transhumanist agenda. We're in the end game now, guys. You know what I'm saying? The technology that's coming out could be hugely bad for humanity. If everyone's using cheats, they're being conditioned to not play the game. They're being conditioned to have your game automated for you. And it's slowly using people's ego, people's desire to win and be the best. Even if it's an illusion, you are being slowly conditioned to relinquish your free will, your freedom, your agency of self, and be conditioned systematically, piece by piece, to being a robot. Even the engagement matchmaking systems that they're putting in, where your games are being rigged against you, your wins are being given to you, your losses are being given to you. You're already in the midst of an automated process that is directly waging war against your agency of self. This is the actual battlefield, and the gaming merchant is either knowingly or inadvertently playing into this outcome for content. And that's how the devil gets you. He's using your sin to be famous, to get money, and you are playing into it. You're one of the devil's useful idiots. You are bringing about the end result. You're going to be slowly turned into RoboCop. You're going to have prime directives, and you won't be able to be bad, even if you want to be bad, because you're being turned into a robot. So we're being, you should choose to be good of your own free will, which are the end game options, the totalitarian restrictions that you can't do these things, and the invasive, you're being turned into a robot, that you can't do bad things. You want to choose willingly to be good because it's the right thing to do, and not have your free will stolen from you. This is the end game. This is the Luciferian choices that you're being funneled into, this shit option 1 and shit option 2. When you want the middle path, you want the middle passage, not the left and the right. Be good of your own free will and your own accord. If there's a hole to exploit, understand that the exploitations are put there on purpose for the devil's useful idiots to exploit and then bring in consequences as that fact. This is how reality works. The reason why there's CCTV cameras everywhere is because people engage in criminal activity. If you weren't engaging in criminal activity and you were just being good, there wouldn't be CCTV cameras everywhere, right? All of the things that are used to watch us in there are because of the bad people that do the bad things, and we're slowly having our freedoms eroded. And you got to ask the question, are the bad people doing it on purpose because they know that's the outcome, or are they being misled into doing it so that we can systematically have our freedoms be taken away from us? And that's ultimately what's happening here. And you think gaming isn't important, but it is. It's one of the final frontiers. An aspect of our freedom of self is on the line in gaming, and it is important. If you think it's not important, you are fast asleep and you just think that this is insignificant and not important. It is important. But that's pretty much all I have for this video today, man. Cheating the cheaters for content isn't good. It's part of the problem. It's not part of the solution. We need to be standing against cheating in all forms. No, can't stand for this. This is not good. If you want to go Frank Castle and raise your vendetta against cheaters, do it in your own personal time. Don't inspire other people to take up arms and do the same thing, because then everybody's cheating and that's the outcome we don't want. So yeah, GG guys. Have a good day, man. Laters.